Ah, I deleted myself. Hold on. Don't you hate it when you do that? There we go. I'm back again. Hey everybody, welcome back to Castlevania Legacy of Darkness Live. Not sure. I was messing around with the audio earlier, so if it's bad, too high, too low, let me know. I'll adjust it. If you joined us last week, we took care of Carrie's quest. This week we're going to do Reinhardt. So Reinhardt will have a much, I won't say a much tougher time, because I'm pretty decent at this game, but just objectively, he'll have a tougher time at this. Sorry about that. Family emergency. Not emergency. Dungeon Wall Chicken. And hello to LF Prod as well. I saw your comment earlier before I was live. Well, since we're Reinhardt, there's probably going to be lots of Dungeon Wall Chicken to be collected. Check how we're looking here. Alright, looks good, looks good. Let's watch this wonderful opening cutscene with no voice acting. Thanks a lot for that, Konami Computer Entertainment Kobe, for removing the wonderful voice acting of Scott McCullough. May he rest in peace. Nobody's going to eat you Dungeon Wall Chicken. Hey Vlad, how you doing? Welcome back. I've already drank a fourth of my water and we haven't even started the run yet. This is a bad sign. Oh Lord, with Barry. Reinhardt Schneider? What is this? This galleon, man, it gets sunk so many times between Henry and Cornell and Reinhardt and Carrie. Poor oarsman there keeps floating the thing back up to the top of the lake. It just keeps getting sunken. Nice hop there, Reinhardt. Oh, whoa. What's going on here? I'm moving on my own. That's not good. There we go. I had to recalibrate the controller. If you didn't know, if you turn the N64 on with the joystick held in the wrong direction, it sets that as the neutral point, even if it's not correct. And so the game doesn't know that you did that, so it just thinks that you've got the control stick tilted. It's kind of a weird design flaw. I can kind of see why they may have done it, but maybe why they didn't, I don't know. But you can actually recalibrate at any time by putting the joystick in the neutral position and pressing L and R and start at the same time. I remember reading that in like a GamePro magazine circa like 97, 98, sometime around then. Power up, power up, no power up. Okay, whatever. I think we got everything. I actually like Reinhardt's whip better in the N64 version. I don't know what you guys think, but I just kind of like the laser, like red, I don't know what you call it. It has like that red glow that it gets stronger and stronger the more power-ups you get. I like that better than this one where it just kind of magically changes forms. And the chain whip actually looks longer than the laser whip. So you would think that the laser whip would be the longer one since it's the most powerful form, but it's not. And look at that. I mean, that looks pretty cool. Heck, they could have just kept it at that and I would have been fine with it. Hey, Roman, welcome. Yeah, we're playing the best Castlevania. I knew that was going to happen the moment I went for that jump. Oh, come on. Take your red jewel. We're not off to a good start. I should be done with this level by now. Hey, there you are, wall chicken. Except you were a candle chicken that time. That's slightly morbid, but a possible explanation. It actually is kind of similar to the vampire killer in Lament of Innocence, actually. Because, you know, you start out with a whip of alchemy, and at the time you upgrade it to the vampire killer, it gets that kind of angry red glow to it. And I always took it to be like, you know, the soul of Sarah Tranquil, or whatever her name is, her anger was kind of part of the whip at that point. Yeah, it's the start of a pretty bad run if it's daytime on the boat before you leave, but we're going to make up that time very soon. Don't worry, guys. Say no to fall damage as we jump off the top mast of a boat. Ouch. Yeah, I should just restart now. This is going bad. I can tell the game's going to be giving me trouble tonight. Welcome to playing as Reinhardt. I've been pondering. So my sub count has been doing very well, and we're getting close to 1,000. If we stay on track, it'll be maybe a couple months. I thought about like 1,000 subscriber special and trying to do like I don't know, something crazy, like maybe play as Reinhardt and use only the sword and try to beat the game or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to hit the dragon boss and a few of the other more mobile bosses, so I don't know, some kind of crazy run would be fun to do, I think, for 1,000 subs. I'm going to have to think about that one and take comments and suggestions. If I want to be boring, I guess I could just do a hard mode run as Reinhardt. Swordman run with sword plus dagger. I think that would be possible because I know you can hit most enemies with the dagger. The question would be, would you be able to get enough red jewels to finish some of them off if you couldn't hurt them? I guess we would find out pretty quickly. I know you can hit that first boss with a dagger because I've done it on hard mode. You have to use the dagger. It doesn't give you any others choices. Hard mode as Reinhardt really is pretty difficult. There's one particular section in the castle center which is, you pretty much have to have an axe. If you don't have an axe, you can just forget it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the playthrough of the hard mode, but it actually does change quite a few things. Let's go ahead and save here. A level 2 axe, a little bit of chicken, so hopefully this fight won't be too difficult. Every time. Every time. Reinhardt, 25 yards on the carry and slides down. You can beat it, chump. Alright, we gotta do the swag. You ready? Alright, here it comes. Oh no, I messed it up. Okay. There we go. The run's dead now. Yep. You got to do the slide under the gate swag. You just got to. Normally I like most of the ambient music pieces in this game, but I really do not like the music in Forest of Silence. I liked it better in 64 when it was just silent. Look, Mom, a speedrunner. Looked at the ground to reduce lag. It's pro strat. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. One, two, three. Okay, so we can hit Bone Mom with the sword. Okay, well that's good to know. We can at least kill the first boss with a sword. R.I.P. Tiger Man, we barely knew ye. I'm going to point out something funny here. I don't know if I pointed out before. Alright, look where this guy is pointing. The sage points to the right path. He's pointing with his left hand. But I think it's the path on the right that will actually collapse if you step on it. So, just a little bit of confusing and unfortunate writing there from the Konami staff on that. Level 3 axe, no need to hit that. told you we were going to book it and make up time, so we shall. There may come a day when I finish this level in full, but it is not this day. Yeah, so maybe you understood that better than me, but it says the sage points to the right path, so I was like, oh, I need to take the path on the right, and it collapses. Too slow, lizard man. I'm already headed up this very heavily stretched texture of wall. I'm not going to trick me with that. It's just a prank, bro. when Reinhardt finds out Malice is actually Dracula, Malice just goes, "It's just a prank, bro." Whee! So it's currently 6 p.m. Hopefully we make it just in time. I don't know if we can get through the tower. We may be sitting and waiting on the Rosa cutscene later. I hope not. Oh, that's going to be really annoying. That takes a lot of hits. Thank you. All right, so we got to see if we can get up this set of towers. I don't know. This might be... Oh, if we have to wait, we have to wait. Let's see. We've got to make it by 6 a.m., I think, the next morning. Yep, definitely not going to make it. There's a sun card. And I don't want to use that because that's going to make it... Yeah, this run may be in trouble. Oh well, that just means you get to spend more time with yours truly. That stock sound effect from when the lightning strikes off the axe is so satisfying. And even if it lands off screen, it still tends to do the sound, which is nice. Hey. Swag. Probably very poorly, and that's probably why it was removed. If I had to guess, they probably just couldn't find a way, if they even got that far with it. They may have just like been planning to do it and never got around to it, and so just said screw it, we just won't do it at all. Like the only place with that mechanic is the Tower of Execution. What was that? And you can, in like the pre-release shots, that was where Reinhardt was swinging across. So that had to have been where it was meant for. That may have been one of the first levels they worked on. But you can see it. I mean, it's clear as day. Every place that those little whip swing hooks are, there's a platform that's out of place with the surrounding area. Look at it. You guys saw it. He didn't grab it. I told him to. He didn't do it. If only it had whip swing. Rip is right. I'm telling you, this run is cursed. And we got the cowhide leather whip here. Takes me 3 hits to kill a bone dragon like some sort of peasant. Oh, now you want to grab a hold of it. Reinhardt, buddy. Can we skip to the Henry part of the playthrough, please? And yes, we will be doing Henry at some point. Henry's run is really short, though. Like, back when I was speedrunning it, I could do it in about 20 minutes, I think. Maybe less, I think. I don't remember what my record was. Pick up the power art, Reinhardt. Okay. There's some angle you can do this at. There we go. I'm going to do what's called a pro gamer move. Do you want to progress in the game? Yes. Go ahead and pick this up. Make the Cerberus dogs a little easier to deal with later. That flavor text is missing, and I think it's Cornell's quest for whatever reason. All right. This one tries to trick you. You have to be careful with this one. But once you can get past that one, you got this one and then you're done pretty much. Because the staircase one is a non-issue. See, that's the one that tries to trick you. It makes you think that you can stand on that one and wait for it, but you can't. You just need to wait till the next cycle where they both turn. It's a nice little FU stuck in there by the developers to trick you your first time through. don't know if those wheels are set up to correctly turn that way, but okay. Like the bottom one and the top left one looks like it would be right, but I'm not sure about that top right one. But hey, this man's got skeletons on motorcycles some 20 years before skeletons on motorcycles were invented, so. Why don't we watch this cutscene? So the first motorcycle was invented in 1885. What year did Castlevania 64 take place? We'll go with the earliest date possible, which is Cornell's Quest, which takes place in 1844. So, not too far off, but yeah, it's still not where it needs to be, I'm afraid. Might as well go ahead and just burn this extra day because that'll be the last Sun and Moon card we use, so we should still be able to get the best ending. I gotta get some of whatever Reinhardt's hair gel is. It's like you could cut cheese off that little bang piece. Thanks for that knife game. I really appreciate it. Hey, Mooski, how you doing? It's Monday night, so you know what I'm up to. I guess it's just in Castlevania 64. There's an invisible platform over there you can get on. I'm pretty good. Just made it through another weekend, getting ready for another work week. Actually, we're already there. I'm actually off all next week. May do some streams during the day next week. So I appreciate all you guys stopping by. There's a lot of traffic tonight. For whatever reason, my YouTube analytics say the best time for me to stream would be like Thursday at 10 a.m., oddly enough. But unfortunately, I'm at work at that time, so that's a little difficult. Swolpire. So we still got a little time before that cutscene. So we'll just go ahead and pick up these goodies. Reinhardt has to do this, which is annoying. If you ever feel bad about yourself and like you don't matter, just remember that this corridor of the villa level exists, alright? There's nothing over here. I mean, I guess you could go get one of the 100 purifyings in the game over here, but that's really all. Alright, this is one of the best mechanics in this game. If you don't know, there's another NPC in this level which has a key that you need, but your character is too dense to ask him for it unless you've had the cutscene in this room play. And this cutscene only plays from 2 a.m. to I believe 6 a.m. in-game time. So in like future playthroughs after your first one, if you know what you're supposed to do, you pretty much just have to come sit in this room and wait. It's interesting to me that there's like a lamp texture up there, even though most people would never see that. Nice little ring around it too. Have to use moon jump to get up there. I like to put Reinhardt in the silliest place possible before this cutscene starts. Just in the middle of the roses here. It should start after another in-game hour, so that's like 1 minute-ish. It's important to stay hydrated, guys. We'll also throw down some holy water, like all over the room, and see if it stays during the cutscene. As we teabag Rose's flowers. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it works. Make trigger just a little bit smaller there in the bottom right corner. Speaking of which, it looks like Duraku Tenshi Complete Edition may come out after all. How about that? Got my Little Debbie snack cake over here. These cutscenes are really making me take a look at it. It's kind of a busy evening. Didn't eat dinner, so I'm kind of eyeing that over there. He called you weak, Rosa. You gonna take that? Watch her break her neck here. Like her chin is like straight up going through her neck right there. Could you imagine how amazing it would have been if these cutscenes had been voice acted? Especially if they had gotten like the original Resident Evil actors to do them. They already had Scott McCullough. They should have got the other ones. Do not lose your life too quickly. Alright, because we had that pointless conversation with Rosa, now we know to ask about the key to the archives, which gives us the key to the Rose Garden, which is how we get out of this place. Now, best vampire hunter. Not really sure what his hand is doing there. So it's been a week since my last stream and no hacker has made the playable Charlie Vincent mod. What are you guys even doing? Look at this fine specimen of vampire hunter here. Don't you want to play as him? Oh yeah, they should have got Harry Mason. I've come to destroy Dracula? Big fangs, large cape. Haven't you seen her anywhere? I like how they're just basically both sitting here telling the other one that they need to run away. It's like you guys both agree. Why don't you both just leave? There's another funny one. Obstinate youth. It's not as funny as... oh, we get to see... what is it Death says later? He calls Reinhardt... Oh yeah, a cocksure youth. We get to see that later, so that's great. Yeah, that's exactly what I got over here is Little Debbie Christmas cake. They're like 90% cardboard, but I love them. They're great. And see, this level, if I did the sword sub-weapon only run, this level would be good for farming jewels, I think. You definitely want 99 every time you left a level, I think. The music that plays during this cutscene actually made it onto the soundtrack. It's called Hamlet People, even though it's just like a mix of like a musical stinger and then some of the other music in the game. That would be really cool as Vincent. You got to wonder if that cross is just like to hold off enemies or if he'll actually like get that thing out and just swing it. I mean, I think everybody sleeps on Charlie Vincent because he's just, you know... But dude was the only one that saw through malice. He was like, yo, that's a vampire dog. Gotta get rid of him. Oh, Lord. Come on. I also noticed that he dissolves completely. I thought usually that vampire turns into a bat and flies off. I wonder if it's because I killed him with holy water that it screws the animation up. Further testing is required. Don't you know that's probably just another copy of this room and then Reinhardt behind this instead of a real mirror? Very interested to know how they program that. The camera just has no idea what to do with this room, so it's just like, good luck, Reinhardt. It's a little better with Carrie because she's so short, but this time it just has no clue. Yeah, pretty silly. How about wall chicken? How about stuffed lion head chicken? Yeah. Do you have a buddy that's like floorboard roast beef? The ghost over there, hiding behind the curtain. I think it was Tidarium or Ty that told me, I swear one time when I was a kid, I was able to jump from the staircase and activate the door without getting trapped in the Renan cutscene, but he claims that even if you could do that, it wouldn't save any time. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, we get to watch this cutscene. We're not ready to reach the climax yet. Leave me alone. That's interesting. Did you guys see that? Let's go back a second. All right, look at the top here. I could have swore there was like a metal awning at the top. Yeah, see, like there's a big awning outstretched. But when you look on this side, there's nothing there. Earlier level design, perhaps? That gate opening sound effect is used in a lot of stuff. I've heard that in several Hollywood movies. That ready pose Reinhardt has is so ridiculous. Please help me. I'm wearing a slice of cheesecake for a brooch. I like how his cape is always at like a straight angle. So like when he bends over, when his head hurts later, like the cape just, it doesn't like fall down. It's just completely straight. You'll see in a second. It's like it's starch pressed or something. I think he's fake crying, guys. I don't think he's really crying. Yeah, see, look at that cape, man. That thing is like pressed. Hydraulic press channel. Today we press Malice cape. Malice with the Mr. Roboto head and body turn there. Don't leave me. Down, boy. I don't know whether to brag or self-depreciate over the fact that I've just about memorized the path you take here. Beat it, chumps. This game, the frame rate chugs hard during this part too. I don't know about that, Reinhardt, considering this is literally a villa in the middle of a lake. that you sunk the only galleon out of, by the way. So thanks for that. It's morning calisthenics with Reinhardt. You just thought I was going to fall off of that, didn't you? I know it's probably faster to go through the garden maze, but I'm really bad at navigating it backwards, so I always just go back through the villa unless I'm doing like a speed run or something, because I know pretty much the path to take this way. And plus, now you guys all get to see level 3 holy water, which I don't think is really used in any runs very much, so. Hey, no. You stop, no. Bad color, bad. Nice. Well, the second best part of the game is done with now. I'm really not looking forward to doing that Henry section as Cornell. Thanks for reminding me I have to do that. This is all you guys' fault. What's going on over here? He realizes there's a vampire above him, so he's just like showing as much of his neck as he possibly can. Like, please come kill me. I doubt it, bucko. Look at that damage, my man. When I die, I hope I light on fire and then fall over and burst. That would be really cool. Reinhardt ain't even gonna turn around. He's just like, you know what? I don't care. Oh, we got the quick kill too. Check that out, man. 2 quick kills. We're on world record pace already. I can feel it. Found a hidden path. This level kind of sucks, but low-key it's got like the best music in the game. If you've never gone and listened to the soundtrack cut of this, do so, because it's legit a good track, especially if you like kind of moody, background-ish tracks. It's got a really solid like drum part in it that's prominent, but it's not overbearing. It's just a nice song. Reinhardt's like, how you doing? She has the pointiest hands I've ever seen. Hello, ladies. Goodbye, ladies. I don't quite remember the directions to get through here, so we're just going to kind of wing it. Back when I was speedrunning Henry, I had this level pretty down pat. I had like a notepad document with the directions in it, and I would just pull it up every time I got to the level. I think we're headed in the right direction because I remember this really dangerous part. Oh gosh, where is it? There it is. Okay. That little electrical sound means a Medusa head spawned and it's on its way to knock you off the platform. Again, if you haven't heard it, go check out the soundtrack cut of this. It's called Invisible Sorrow. It's a really good song. I find that if you duck, if you fail to kill one of the skulls, it won't knock you off the platform as often. Some versions of the game, you can actually get on one of those logs down there and jump up into the blue platform to skip like half of this level. But I don't think you can on the version I own. I don't really know what Reinhardt's shadow down there is doing, and I don't think it does either. I believe the door that we need to exit the level is a sun door, and I know it's got a bunch of bats and a white jewel in front of it. We're probably going to have to cross some sections like this, unfortunately, to get there. Do you have some Castlevania soundtracks on vinyl? I currently do not own a record player. I used to, long time ago. If I did, I would definitely get some Castlevania on vinyl. That would be fun. Okay, this is going to be our exit right here. When I was in high school, I discovered the, what was it? It was like Dracula Battle 1 and 2, like the heavy metal remixes of all the old Castlevania themes. I thought those were super cool. And I was never really a big heavy metal guy, but those tracks I loved. I listened to those in the car a lot. And sometimes if I find one of those old CDs, I still listen to them. So Mondo Records released some Castlevania on vinyl. I need to look at that. That sounds pretty cool. We're just waiting on this door to open up so I don't have to expend a sun card, if anybody's wondering. About 2 or 3 minutes it'll open. This next boss, I believe, has an instant kill attack, so that's going to be fun. And I believe, if I remember correctly, the camera starts facing the wrong way. So as she shoots you with this infinite distance, it goes the length of the stage, and it also kills you instantly, and the camera is facing the wrong way. So that's fun. But we have Holy Water, which is a fairly good choice against her because we can kind of just spam it. You really just want to kill that first form as fast as possible. Once you do that, second form is nothing. I think we picked up plenty of Cure Ampule as well, too, because this battle is going to be probably going to end up getting poisoned at least once, but be all right. Well, this run started out rough, but it's gotten better, so maybe this fight won't go too bad. Woo! Alright, there we go. The dangerous part is over now. Oh, can you stun lock this boss with holy water? That's cool. I didn't know that. Watch how she dies. Mr. Tepish, I don't feel so good. Catches on fire. Boom, explodes. Coolest thing on the N64. Okay, guys. You know what level's next, right? You know what it's time for. Not a good time to be getting tired. Vampire Suicide sounds like a good metal band name. As funny as this cutscene is, if you're struggling with something, do get help. There are people who care. Reinhardt hadn't thought about this before and therefore had no answer. Gotta stop teleporting out of here, Rosa. Fun fact, Dracula and Shinnok from Mortal Kombat bought their fans at the same place. Exact same brand of fan from the prison level in Mortal Kombat 4. I don't know when the first industrial fan was invented, but it probably wasn't in time for this. But they got motorcycles, so whatever. This is where the real fun begins. Are you ready for some backtracking? Dang, I'm good. This room is always really foggy. Guess they're just hiding bad draw distance. So on hard mode in this room, there's a bone pillar right there of about 5 or 6 bone dragons that just spits fire constantly. So unless you have some way to kill it, you're stuck. And Reinhardt doesn't without a sub-weapon. Carrie can easily, of course, but not Reinhardt. Also, I believe holy water can actually kill these lizards down here. Yep. Normally those guys are invulnerable, but for whatever reason the holy water will kill them. Come on. Come on, Reinhardt. Get up there. It's got the Hindenburg up there. It's about how well this game went over with some people. Cha-cha real smooth. Don't mind if I do. The key decider will be, have those Cerberus dogs respawned or not. All right, here's the fun part. Whew, okay. Usually if I can get past that, I'm good. That's the only hard nitro part in the game, is right there. As a kid though, this section took me hours to beat. The hitboxes on these gears are extremely screwy though. I've seen people be a mile away and still get killed just from like brushing up against one. No. I don't know why they put that door there. I guess just to make this room slow you down more. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Again, I always like to move my finger away from the jump button in this room so that I'm not tempted to get across it faster and accidentally blow myself up. Alright, hard part of the stage is now done. You ain't never had a friend like Reinhardt. you want more... I wish there were more backtracking in this level, honestly. That'd make it better. Oh no. You get a cure ampule, and you get a cure ampule, and you get a cure ampule. Give me all the red jewels. And one to go, please. I can never get that right. I usually just tank the hit from it. So, fun fact about magical nitro that I touched on last week. If you pick some up after you're supposed to leave the level, there are little slots on the walls in some rooms that are for hazardous materials disposal, and you can use it to remove them from your inventory to assure that you can go forward in the game. Reinhardt's chest face is smiling at Malice. Like, is that supposed to be like chest bandages, or is that like a breastplate or shirt? What's he got going on over there? Should have put some different colors in there. It all kind of blends together. Have you ever herped so hard you derped? You want to be careful with any like slopes or like level geometry when you're carrying this stuff. Every time. Outstanding move. If I do a sword run, that's really going to suck, because these guys take forever to kill with a sword. I hate this room. I'll take the axe though. I actually did some hacking with the sub-weapons to see if you could do things like get a level 4 axe and all that, but you can't. Apparently there's still some sprites left in the game from like the stake sub-weapon and a few other removed things, but I couldn't get any of it to actually show up there and work, unfortunately. So I guess the Cerberus dogs don't appear when Reinhardt is holding Magical Nitro or Mandragora, but Carrie gets motorcycle skeletons here and they do appear regardless. Oh, hey G Phillips, how you doing? Welcome back. Oh man, I thought you were just that excited. I was like, oh look at this guy, he's excited. I need that energy. And then he's like, oh sorry, Caps. Did I take the Mandragora? I did, yeah. Oof. Yeah, you're just in time for the best level in the game. And by that I mean the worst one. All to activate a stupid elevator. I don't know if I'm YouTube legally allowed to say what you just said out loud, but okay. So did you play, do you mean you played through this and 64 back-to-back, or you went through Reinhardt and Carrie back-to-back? It's the mandragoriest of missions. I don't know what we'll do when we finish all 4 characters. If people are still hungry for more Castlevania, I guess we could go play through 64 as Reinhardt and Carrie, because the game's a little bit different. Some of the layer levels are different. We may play some Haunted Castle, wouldn't that be fun? The wall goes boom. I'll skip that one for you. Slide to that side. I remember when we had the secret attic room installed in our library. Such a pain. I don't know why I saved there. There's nothing else dangerous till the boss. Is the gold piece in place? That's such a dumb thing. Is the gold piece in place? Well, heck, I don't know. Shouldn't it say, put the gold piece where? But it says, is the gold piece in place? I wonder what the Japanese says there. Anyway, 2, 4, 8. Is the game not translate? Yeah, I know. I was just taking a moment to harp on the weird choice of line there to prompt you to do that puzzle. Wow. You know, it's funny, I didn't see an observatory from the outside of the castle in the intro cutscene. Well, that was fun. Oof. Flavor text on the desk. Like, they couldn't fix the camera in this game, but they gave you a lot of flavor text. You're on a mission to Flavortex Town. With me, your host, Reinhardt Schneider. On Dracula's Skeletons and Dives. Ouch. Hope you guys are ready for the cheesiest Rosa strat ever. Assuming I have red gems left, I may have to waste a lot of them on the bull. think that may be the last time Reinhardt can actually get poisoned in this run. I don't think there's anything else that can poison you. Since Reinhardt doesn't encounter crystal monsters from Tower of Sorcery, so. Okay, guys. Pause menu, please. That was a close call, Fox. Oh my goodness, this game. I want to say Carrie gets vampires in here. There's also, I believe, no flavor text on the giant dead bull in the middle of the room. But you know, that wooden table upstairs, yeah, it's got some. Might as well do this at full health, just in case we get hit with a charge attack. Don't want to die. Swag. Spanish? No, I do not speak Spanish, unfortunately. Spanish and a little bit of Japanese. Skoshi dake. Nihongo 4年前勉強しました。大学の時で。Like everything else in this game, he explodes. Oh, I didn't know he was over here. It scared me. Okay. Oh, come on. I would take the skeletons on motorcycles all day over these guys, because they just have so much health and they're so fast. And the other one spits fire, and every attack they have makes you do that really slow fall down animation. It's really annoying. Rosa put down the sword. Well, all the gates kind of shut behind me, so I really don't have a choice. Until I defeat Dracula, cannot leave. I think they forgot to put an I in there. It's that boy. All right, time for some... Well, first let me get knocked down. Okay, time for some pro strats. Come on, Reinhardt. Reinhardt, come on. Okay, here we go. You guys like those pro strats? It's like my second pro gamer move tonight. Rosa, I didn't mean to go up on the stairs and chuck axes at you. No, she just went to the grocery store and bought some vampire, Reinhardt. Oh, well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. This game is the gift that just keeps on giving. I realized I forgot to turn that annoying text up off there. Sorry about that, guys. It's gone now. And G. Phillips, you're exactly right. I think that's what they intended, with the exception of Henry should have been Collar. I think instead of Henry as a fourth character, I wish we had gotten Collar and it was just another full quest. Collar is just so infinitely more interesting as a character than Henry is, unfortunately. And Henry could have been really cool too if they put more work into him, but unfortunately he's just kind of a ho-hum, like bonusy character, so. Not to my knowledge, and I've been keeping an eye on the Discord with the Nintendo leak, and I have not seen anything about this game, unfortunately. The only thing I know about that was like prototype related to this game, like a couple years back, you know those big like development N64 cartridges which are like twice as big as the regular kind? Somebody was selling one of those on eBay claiming it was a prototype version of this. And unfortunately, I think somebody who doesn't like to share got a hold of it and it disappeared, and that was that. I don't even know if there are any major differences in it. I don't believe, however, that there is a version that has like a working Cornell or Collar in it. I don't believe they got very far at all with developing those two characters, because their character values are still in Castlevania 64. Like, it's like Reinhardt is 0, Carrie is 1, and if you set it above that to like 2 or 3, you can open the menu and see Cornell and Collar's name in the menu, which is super cool. But the game just kind of glitches and bugs out, like you can't like get it to load their model or anything. So I don't know. I don't think their model's in the game. I've also dumped all the textures for this and looked. Nice. And couldn't find any unique textures in there that would have been used for them, so. Thanks to Carcinogen for practicing that werewolf skip trick for hours so that I could learn how to do it. That boss fight's really annoying if you actually have to do it. which we may get to do it anyway if I die during this section. Oh, come on! So stupid. This angers Terensu. You survive one catastrophe to be killed by another. He's going for a quick dip. Did you see Reinhardt throw that axe sideways? That takes some mad skill. You know Henry is a ho-hum character. It's a funny choice of words, but he is like the definition of ho-hum. He's just literally Reinhardt with some armor so that they wouldn't have to remake his face. And a gun. I really highly doubt that, unfortunately. It might get thrown in on like a... Because see, Konami doesn't want to make any games. They just want to keep selling old versions of Castlevania in different combinations. So if Konami does anything with this game, it'll be as part of like a Castlevania Collection 2 or something like that. I really doubt they would ever put resources into remaking it. And you have to think like, you know, there's those rumors about like Sony trying to get the license to make Castlevania games and that type of stuff, which I hope is true. But if Sony got the license, the first thing they're going to do is, if they're going to even make a Belmont, they're going to do like a remake with Simon or the 1999 game or something like that. They're not going to dig up this old like mixed review N64 game and remake it. But hey, if Diraku Tenchi, The Fallen Angels, could potentially get a remake in 2019, 20, 21, whenever it's coming out, stranger things have happened. I just wish this game had more like modder support, because unfortunately I just don't have the know-how to do something like that. But I think some hackers with ample time with what's been done with N64 games these days, they could finish this game and make it into what it was supposed to be. Because even like Vanilla 64 has the character slots for 4 characters, so you could do it. Like you could add more characters to the Vanilla N64 version and it would work. And heck, Collar and Cornell could have more data in there and I just don't know how to get to it. But there's definitely some left in there. I don't like that section because... Oh no, 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 no. I don't like that section there because it's not really just like a standard like test your skill at jumping. You have to kind of understand how the jumping physics in this game work. And I don't mean just like a basic understanding. You have to have kind of a knowledge of how the physics quirks in this game are to do that jump successfully, so I don't really like that. Look at Reinhardt, what is he doing? None your business, welcome. We're just sliding off cliffs, you know. Oh, he killed himself. Nice. 3 roast beef? I wonder if that's because he killed himself. I wonder if he burns himself, you get 3 roast beef. That's pretty cool, actually. You guys asked for it, so you're getting it. More Castlevania 64. If you guys want it, I'm more than happy to play it for you. It's probably my least favorite section of the game is Reinhardt. Oh yeah, this game's great. Like, I know it's got its problems, but it's a really good game. I don't want people to hate it so much. I mean, you got 4 characters and atmospheric soundtrack. Tiger Man here. I mean, what else? What else could you possibly want? Oh, look at that. Reinhardt is unimpressed by Tiger Man's shenanigans. Are you guys ready for some lag? Admittedly, not as much lag as on the N60, the regular 64 version, but still pretty laggy. What in the world is that doing? Oh no. Come on. Nope. Did I get it? Oh, okay. Hate this. Hate this part. Hate this part. Hate this part. Now I've got my close shave for the day. It's a creepy image right there. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's very creepy. Actually, I think you're supposed to go this way, if I remember correctly. Oh no. That's one thing about the edges in this game. Reinhardt is very long, so when he falls flat on his face, if he's close to an edge, the game is going to give it to the game and just push you off the edge. It's not really fair, but it's just kind of how the dumber parts of the physics in this game work. It happens. See, I got lucky that time because he landed more vertically. But if you land close to a ledge as Reinhardt, you're toast. Because once that hitbox crosses the axis, it's going to be like, throw him out. I question the effectiveness of his strategy. I do have a Discord. I'm not in my Discord right now, if that's what you mean. Yeah, there should be a link to my Discord. I don't know if I put one in the description or not, but if you want it, I can post one in just a second, or you can go to one of the video I posted earlier today. I know for a fact it has a link in there, so you can join. While me and Reinhardt take a quick lava bath here. Yeah, since I'm paused, let me see if I can get that for you guys. Discord. It's a very simple Discord because we don't have just humongous numbers yet, but hey, we're getting there. There, now you can go to my Discord and spam nonsense in there. Actually, don't do that. I try to put like new videos and then like announcements before I stream and stuff like that on there. Didn't we just come this way? I think I went backwards. I wasn't paying attention. Actually, I'm just going to kill myself so I can remember where I was. Both these areas look the same. Okay, here we go. We don't need no stinking whip power up. I'm probably actually going to wish I had it when I end up having to fight death with a leather whip here in a second. I see the exit, boys. Oh yeah. So for our fight with death itself, we get a large red jewel. Something that's absolutely worthless against a flying enemy. That's actually useful, and that's useful. I think the chain whip is just a little bit longer than the laser one, so that actually works out pretty good. Sure is scythe out here. I've always thought the death in this game looks very frumpy. He's not a very clean-cut death. He's just kind of frumpy. Yeah, the little cloak or whatever he's got going for him, just not really. It's not really doing it for me. Ouch. The horror of skeletons on motorcycles will continue. It's all right. Rosa is finding forgiveness. She just kind of teleports away again. This is another good song from the soundtrack on here. The song is called Reinhardt's Rage, I think, and it's actually pretty good. It's another good one to listen to on the soundtrack. Alright, and just like everything else, we just axe him to death. Alright, get ready. Line of the game coming up. I'm not crying, you're crying. Death just has so many good lines. Scum of Belmont. Cocksure youth. I'll wait for you in hell. Be sure I will keep a warm place for you. So many just odd like statements and phrasing in Reinhardt's quest. Hooray! And let's do the obligatory mention that there are actually 4 towers here, rendered in real time. Every one of them has a working elevator. If you use Moonjump to go to that tower over there, it has a working elevator. It will take you back to Room of Clocks correctly. And then if you go to that one and you look to this side, there's another tower over there. And there's one over there too. And all of them have a working elevator on them. And there's also a floor very far beneath this for some dumb reason that they rendered that you can actually walk around on if you can escape the kill plane. But I have to go through that in every video because that's extremely interesting to me that they did it that way. I have no idea why, but they did. Alright, the other second worst level in the game. Clock Tower. It was unnecessarily expanded from the N64 version to waste more of your time with pointless jumping sections. Cocksure youth. Bunch of money we won't use. And there's, ironically, there's where we need to be. Darn it. Oh, no, no. I'm going to blame the camera on that one because the camera shifted about. I was about halfway through there. I'm telling you, this run, man, is cursed. It's a cursed run. Alright, you keep that up, Phillips. You're getting banned. The level's not that bad. The sections that they added for Legacy of Darkness kind of suck. That's particularly that second section that we're about to do right now. It's just not very fun. It's very time consuming. Not this room, the next one, sorry. Reinhardt with a clutch sideways axe throw. Yeah, this room. I really don't like this room. It's just obviously made to be time consuming. It's the whole point of this room. It would be one thing if it was just like a climb, an upwards climb, but you have these rotating platforms and the camera doesn't want to cooperate and they didn't put enough spokes in it so that you have to wait for it to make a full revolution. It's just not fun. And stupid stuff like that happens. I mean, it's dumb. Well, I tell you, Reinhardt and Carey got some balls of steel making these jumps. And once you finish this part, you get to go over there and do it all over again. Except with fire. I am impressed they did this whole level without lag with minimum fog, though. Whereas levels like Forest of Silence lag really bad. And they have fog. Keep in mind, Carrie does all this in her quest, and she's like 12 years old. I don't know, I definitely did have the stronger body when I was still 12, but this is some Michael Phelps type stuff here. The amount of athleticism you would have to do this in real life. Alright, one of the most difficult jumps in the game right here. There we go. And I don't like this part either. This next room is kind of time-wasty in my opinion. We may have enough time to squeeze in Henry's quest tonight, too. Since I've still got about another hour left and we're already on Clock Tower. The end of it. I'm going to try to do some actual daytime streams next week during the week. Because I'm going to be off work all week. And so I'm going to test... my analytics says that the best time for me to stream is like 11 o'clock during the morning, so we're going to test that theory at least once or twice next week. And if you're in the Discord, I'll post a link in there when I figure out the time and all that, so... Like this section here is obviously just designed to pad out the game. I don't like that. Because it's not really challenging. It's just something you have to do that takes time. So it's just kind of annoying. I hope I make it across here without getting my hot dog wiener roasted. Okay, we got it. Not quite ham enough to go for the second one. We'll just wait. Yeah, the bull enemy, he's Reinhardt and Carrie exclusive in both games. The only real thing you get from Reinhardt and Carrie's quest in the second game is you get to do the remix versions of their formerly exclusive levels, but that's really all. This section's kind of dumb too, just because of the way the physics work here. See, like that slings you forward, but to my knowledge there's nowhere else in the game that really has physics like that, so if you're not paying attention you could get killed pretty easy right there. This part is also extremely dumb just because I don't know what like the developer intended method to get past it is. Like, am I supposed to just come up here and look straight ahead and then... Yeah, see how dumb that is? If you don't hit that exactly right, it throws you to the floor and you take damage. And there's not really any, like, skill to it. It's just, am I on the right pixel? And that's very frustrating. But you can't just straight jump it because the height is such that it will kill you if you don't hit that platform. Yeah, like, see, I'm slightly off still. There we go. Since we're rolling in the chicken years, let's just go ahead and fill our health up. Yeah, this part's pretty lame. I usually just tank the hit there because there's no more enemies between here and the next level, so you'll get your health back anyway. We do have the laser whip, so we don't have to get the dangerous power-ups. Usually it takes me about that long, but I got pretty lucky tonight. And I've been doing it a lot lately, so. Time for some top-tier cutscenes. We'll watch this for you guys' viewing pleasure. What is it with these people disappearing in this game? If you want a more classic Castlevania experience, pick hard mode because it's much more stingy with its items. Looks like we got the good ending. Yes, I know there are power-ups and healing kits back behind there, but I'm not going to risk it since we've got the full whip, 54 jewels and like 8 or 9 of both healing items and a healing kit and 9 purifying and 9 cure ampules. I think we should be able to do this. But we'll see. Warning, smoking is known to cause lung cancer. I fully intend to, as long as the camera cooperates. Merry Christmas. You dare oppose the power of darkness. What is this, Kingdom Hearts? I know that inside Castlevania is light. I gotta watch. He's gonna try to give me that good suck. No. Stay back. Oh, what the... I've never seen him use that attack 3 times in a row. It's really the only dangerous attack he has. If you just stay away from him, the rest of them will never hit you. And the vacuum suck is only dangerous because of the physics in this game. The camera might just shoot, you know, in a reverse direction, so you get caught by it. Bye. I want to say the European version of this game has this part voice acted still. Oh, there he is. He's playing Kingdom Hearts again, talking about darkness. Fun fact, the shadow of that cloak on the ground is not a shadow, it's just another cloak that they've like set transparency on down there. Dang, I knew I should have had that foundation issue checked out. Like, Reinhardt makes a run for it, but, I mean, my goodness, he knows as well as I do. There were like, what, 13 closed doors between him and the Forest of Silence, so good luck. When I was a kid and this section started, I really thought that it was going to make me escape like the whole length of the castle. I actually think that would be pretty neat if there was like you had to escape the full length of the castle and it like opened all the doors and gave you a pretty generous time limit and was like, okay, you got to find your way through the castle in reverse. I actually would have liked that. And like maybe, you know, some sections are damaged and you have to jump through them in kind of a hurry. I think that would be really neat, but unfortunately it just stops right up here. Reinhardt still has not figured out Malice as Dracula yet. It took me 8 times the other night. Just be sure to take a break in there, right? You don't want to wear it out. Look at that smug look. At 800 by 1600 texture for a face. Like, I know Reinhardt was probably not the most well-educated for 1800s, but I mean, come on, Latin was a thing. Surely he knew a few Latin words. His kid's name is Malice. Who do you think he was? It's time for Scene Dracula. Also elf Dracula with the pointy ears for some reason. I think they were trying to make him look like the anime Dracula from Rondo of Blood because they stole a lot of stuff from that game and put it in this game. And I believe the anime version in Rondo of Blood has pointed ears. Alright, now we get to do this fight with Reinhardt. First, let's get damaged by a fireball. Well done, Reinhardt. Oh no. There's so much roast chicken in this game. With all our healing items, we should have just enough to tank Centipede Dracula. Get out of here. Kill him now, Reinhardt. Vincent did something useful. Reinhardt's just stone cold. He don't even care. Taking him to the spaghetti desert here. With this lovely mustard atmosphere. Not stonks. Not really sure what they were going for here, but it works. What a better way to end the N64 Castlevania storyline than with a Centipede Dragon that shoots atomic fireballs. And breathes fire. Probably going to be a little bit more menuing than when we fought with Carrie, just because. Catch me on fire. See if I care. Oh gosh. Something like that, yeah. They play this in the last boss and the bullfight. I've always thought that the bullfight playing that was probably a glitch, and they meant to play something else. The full soundtrack name of this is Struggle 4: Rhapsody of Another Dimension. And apparently this is on Spotify now. While you guys are watching this cool ending cutscene, I'm going to look them up. Oh yeah, they are on Spotify. There's a lot of soundtracks on here. There's it's really sad that the last new Castlevania soundtrack came out in 2011. That was Harmony of Despair. But they got the Judgment soundtrack. They got Dracula X Chronicles. Got all those good games on here. They use the Japanese names for the albums, but they have the English song names, which is strange. The castle's crumbling, Pee-wee. This, I've got another video where I walk around in the map that this cutscene takes place in. All of it has collision for some reason. No idea why they put collision in this map, but you can walk around in every bit of it. And that water, it's just kind of like a... It's kind of like the same effect that they use in the ship at the beginning when the water is waist high. It's just kind of faked over that lake, and you actually fall through it and can walk around at the bottom with the castle until you go out of bounds and fall down. It's very strange. Poor Vincent, he's out there swimming in the middle of the lake. It's a shame this game wasn't really successful, so we could have seen more of Reinhardt and Rosa. But unfortunately. Oh, Yuji Shibata. Anyway. Are you ready for some Henry on high resolution? Still got about 30 minutes left. That's just enough time to knock out Henry. Oh, Henry. Not the candy bar. Transylvania, in the mid-19th century, the province of Wallachia. In this time of peace and plenty, no one foresees the return of skeletons on motorcycles. But the old textures live, and soon the land will again be plunged into crappily thrown together content. Konami has returned to the path of laziness, and the bonds that seal their evil rulers' need for money are weakening. Oh, what a year. Late December 1852. Will Henry be able to rescue all 6 children within 7 days? It probably won't even take that long, to be honest. Alright, let's see how much of this speedrun I can remember here. I believe Slucky still holds the world record for this. That's where I learned a lot of the speedrun tech for this level. What are you even doing, camera? Ooh, took a double hit. She help me out here? Can I get a power up or something? Got like no red jewels. Family jewels are missing. I wish you could use Henry more. His gun mechanics are kind of fun. Just blew himself up. Oh, nice. If I remember, world record farms like a sun or a moon card somewhere in there, but I usually just skip it and grab one out of this area. All this, we're still at level 2 power up. That cutscene's the exact same as the one we just watched, so I'm going to skip it. What do we say to the trickery of this puzzle? Not today. Ooh, almost got her nose cut off. Not falling for this one either. I wonder how far Reinhardt and Carrie had made it into the castle by this point in Henry's quest. Just thinking in terms of the story. Wonder about that. Also the same cutscenes, we're just going to skip it. In case you didn't know, using the sword attack reloads Henry's gun. I don't know what hodgepodge duct tape and bubblegum method they use to get his gun bullet counter working, but it's very, very easily overridden. Ouch. Since Henry has a gun and an axe already, we're not going to bother getting holy water for just the Cerberus fight. Is that some motorcycle skeletons? I love that crash sound from the motorcycles. Sounds like something out of a cartoon when a thing crashes. There's a kiddo. I think I may have gone the wrong way, but that's okay. Chainsaw Frank. Well, they wanted to know if we could get all 7 or all 6 in 7 days. We've rescued 3 and we still have 6 days left, so I think we're in pretty good shape. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. Hey, hey, it's the worst level in the game. You literally have to go all the way to the very end just to get the kid out of this level. We might as well go with it since we're already here. Nobody said Henry mode was going to be easy. Or that I would know which way I was going. This part was always really scary for the speed run. Ooh, did you see that? He went right through me. It's a shame you pretty much have to play this whole level if you do it first. In the speedrun, the ideal would be to do this level last so that when you rescue the last child, the game just ends. But alas, I didn't look up what times do what at the coffin there, so we ended up doing the bad one first. But it's okay, we'll get it out of the way. Underground waterway is actually very easy for this, and the castle wall is not difficult, it's just time consuming. At least Henry gets some nice target practice here. Henry's gun is probably the strongest main attack in the game, except maybe Cornell's wolf form level 3 attack. It's so good. You can use hacks to like skip to later levels that Henry shouldn't be on and play those levels as Henry, like Castle Center and things like that. But unfortunately, a lot of the bosses will crash the game for whatever reason if you try to use Henry. He is a ton of fun to play. That's why I wish Collar had made it into the game, because this shotgun mechanic was obviously originally meant for him. Maybe that's the reason why it got relegated to bonus level. It was so strong. Get in that acid bat. Better sit down, spider lady. Okay, so there's the exit. The kid is somewhere else. And I can never remember if it's a moon door or a sun door the kid is behind. Hopefully it's this door, and then we can just go back to that sun door. Dang it. So it's time to cheat. Henry. Henry. Let's see, where's the kid at? First plat that branches off to the left into a pit. Go bottom, hoist yourself up. Keep going straight. You'll reach a door with a moon engraved on the front. Okay. Okay, spider lady. Oh, that's great. I don't even know if we have a cure ampule. That's perfect. Anyway. Oh, we do. Not have one. Great. And we've still got to wait 12 hours before this door opens. I love this game sometimes, like truly. Truly, madly, deeply. Maybe this will be a moon card. Or a gem, which any other time we would need, but not right now. It's like two good moon doors here, but we can't open them. To keep farming these guys. Maybe one of them will drop something we need here in a minute. Like I said, this is why you want to do this level last, because you want the game to be over after this one. It's only really confusing because of the fog. It's like Silent Hill 1 or something. At least we get to use Henry's gun some more and be cool. Any other time we'd be swimming in Cure Ampule. Night, Mooski. Thanks for hanging out. I don't blame you. I need to do the same thing. Maybe if I look at the ground and slow down lag, the clock will go faster. Or maybe that won't work at all. No kid here. And no contract either, but at least we found a sun card. This is kind of bad. Hopefully there's another moon door over here. Oh, what? We'll never understand why those game physics work like that. It's like you can grab up on the ledge, but when you try to do it again, you fall down to your death. It doesn't make any sense at all. If you're dozing off, sounds like you probably would be able to go to sleep. Henry's quest just has that effect on people, I'm afraid. See, that's going to take us back to the gondola. Hey, here's a sun door. So there we got a moon card, which we can use to open the moon door, but we know it didn't work, so... Go ahead and save the crystal here. I think if we find the room with the kid in it that there's a contract in there. Okay, there's the kid. That's good. Okay, but we got another sun card anyway, so... I will go ahead and buy another moon card just because we may need one to make sure that we get to Outer Wall later. Beat it, Renan. Okay, let's get out of here. This level sucks. At what point designing this game did they decide that in a game system that had very poor draw distance that they were going to make a level that was a cave where everything looked the same? Outstanding move on their part. Thought I might not make that jump for a second, but we did. There's that other moon door. We need to go back to the sun door. Here it is. Unfortunately, this means fighting the instant death boss again, but okay. More Henry is good. Oh, and she just does it again. Oh, this attack. I swear this boss is just made to waste your time. Like, yeah, this attack is big and impressive or whatever, but really, do we really need an attack that takes this long to do? That's that hard to dodge? Spoiler, no. No, we do not. Fortunately, we can just axe her to death. The explosion sound is so satisfying. Underground waterway. This is literally the easiest one to get. Because Carrie has already hit all the switches for you. Gosh, this lizard man sounds. Thank you, palette swapped young me. That means there's one more ungrateful urchin left. Which I believe is going to be after 12 in-game time. I'm going to check and confirm that. If the time is between 12:01 and 8 a.m., you go to Tunnel. If it is between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., you go to Waterway. And if it's between 4:01 p.m. and 12 p.m., you go to the Outer Wall. So 4:01 p.m. It's kind of a strange time, but okay. Shout outs to Supernova. Uploaded this fine Legacy of Darkness walkthrough to GameFAQs in 2003. Many moons ago. Internet was just a different place back in those days. I remember people used to say that like video walkthroughs would be the future of walkthroughs. And I just don't think that they've really taken off that much. Maybe I'm just ignorant and they have, but I tend to go look at a text like guide with maybe some pictures if I'm really stuck in a game. Of course, games nowadays are so easy. Tend to not get stuck. As far as the high res thing, I want to, but that thing is very finicky to work with. And I actually recorded like 2 or 3 more levels, but I haven't gone back and like edited all the jokes and sight gags and those type of things in. And it really annoyed me how much you could hear the buttons clicking on the controller, and that only got worse in the other 2 parts of that series. So I'm not saying no, I'll never finish that playthrough, because I think I still have the save, I think. But I don't know. It's one of those things I have to take a mood of inspiration to do it. Otherwise, it's going to be bad. I try to never force myself to make content if I'm just not in the mood for it, because then it won't be good. Not that my content is good anyway, but it really won't be good then. And plus, I might run into some trouble with the later levels because there's... I believe, if I remember correctly, the spider women are topless in that high-res patch, so I'd have to turn that off so I didn't get into YouTube jail. All right, was that 401? Let's see. Here's another level designed exclusively to waste your time. with another strangely ambient soundtrack. A little hint of vampire killer in it. Some useless money, which means nothing to Henry. I wonder if I could... Oh, that's much easier. I had been going up there and falling down to get this last kid, but I can just do it that way. I'm pretty sure that's just a... Is that like a pallet swap carry? Probably. Florence, where's the machine? A deafening roar shakes the region as the evil castle begins to crumble. Why was evil castle capitalized? Henry escapes just as the evil castle, again, why is evil castle capitalized? Collapses. The castle, which is for some reason not capitalized this time, sinking into the shimmering lake, marks the end of the war with evil. Even though Reinhardt literally just told us he knew of no way to escape from the eternal war against evil. Owing to Henry's great exploits, all 6 children were rescued. Oh, you're all okay. Even Henry's surprised he was able to do it. Shall we go back to town? Your families are worried sick. The morning sun, thank goodness they didn't put you in there, morning. Sun lit up the strong, gentle features of Henry's beaming face. Well, isn't that sweet? Oh, Yuji Shibata. I need to go through these credits, see if I can get up with any of these people for an interview for the channel. I know a lot of the same team at Konami Computer Entertainment Kobe worked on the N64 Goemon games, which is something else I need to play on the channel because those are just so good. That's another N64 classic I was gifted. Well, I won't say gifted. I paid for it. Riven Mike was down in Florida on a vacation, and he was at some gaming store, and they had a copy of it in there for a reasonable price, so I had him pick it up for me. So I need to play that on stream. Demonstration programmer. I guess that's the people that did the cutscenes. Even a game as goofy as this took a lot of people to make. Keiko Ohashi, the menu designer, wonder where he's at now. Or she, that could be a girl's name. Tomoya Tomita, wonder where they're at now. Masahiko Kimura. Yeah, those are the guys I need to look up. I know Scott McCullough unfortunately has passed away, but some of the other voice actors may still be around. I know there was another guy from the speedrunner community who was trying to get a hold of, I think it was Reinhardt's voice actor, but he owns like a company now, so it's kind of hard to get to him. You too. Thanks for stopping by. I'm about to sign off myself. Tune in next week, though, because we're going to be playing as Cornell. That's going to be the fun one. That might actually take 2 weeks. I don't know. We might even do it during the day. Who knows? But that's the end of Reinhardt and Henry's quest. So thanks for watching, guys. It's past my bedtime. I'm going to be signing off. Be sure to like and sub if you have not already. As always, we'll be streaming Monday nights at 9 and maybe some during the day next week because I'm off work. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you, as always, for checking out my stream. Do check. There's lots of other good Castlevania content. If that's something you're into, please be sure to check it out and give it all a like and a sub. I really appreciate it. There'll be a link to the Discord below. There's one up earlier in the chat as well. If you're not in the Terensu Discord, hop in there. You get all the updates on videos and things I'm working on and other crazy stuff. Plus Admiral McFish and Riven Mike and all those other cool guys you see in the stream sometimes, they'll hang out in there as well, so you can talk to those guys. Thanks, anyone, and have a good night. Thanks, anyone. What does that even mean?